Yeah.
Hello, wonderful people, and welcome to the Kasa podcast. It's your boy Kojo in the building, and today I'm super excited. I've got the beautiful Afia, your boy, in the house, and we're going to go straight into what we call the good conversation. Today, we're going to have a conversation about our goods. Um, I promise we're not going to be mentioning AY Poyo here, even though we have AY in the building. Afia, how are you doing?
Good, I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm hanging in here. I'm hanging in here. I
Oh,
hear this
great.
podcast is the greatest of all time. And so
It is.
it
You have
is.
to believe it. Yeah, it is.
Okay, if you say
Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah.
Um, we're going to dive right into the conversation since everybody decided to teach us. Chris has decided to move. I know he's going to move into a wonderful place. And from next week, we're going to start recording in his house. So, Chris, if you haven't thought about it, start doing the setup for our next episode. If yeah, how
Okay.
was the week and what did you get into before we dive into today's conversation?
Um, what did I even do? It looks like I've forgotten so quick. Yeah, just because I didn't do much. Yeah, I didn't do much this week.
Mm,
I was very much indoors the whole of this week. I've not really
mhm.
stepped out. I took some time off. I wasn't feeling quite well.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm back. And I'm back to my regular schedule, being busy all over again. And
Making
hopefully get
money.
active. Nah,
You're back to making money.
not really, but
For our regular listeners, especially the people listen to season one, Efia Yeboah promised she was going to start this wonderful DJ career. And
oh
we
good.
supported, we cheered. We've been waiting for her first DJ mixtape. Efia Yeboah, when is the first DJ mixtape dropping? Because
I mean,
today,
I don't want to disappoint you
mhm,
guys because you guys really pushed me. You guys even gave me a name. You
uh-huh,
gave me, like, you
DJ
really set me
snitched.
up. But
Mhm,
life happens, right?
uh-huh.
I'll get back to it. I'm gonna give you
Hmm.
guys a mixtape before the end of the year.
AY. Do you know the reason I bring this DJ thing up is because I want us to start today's conversation. So today we're talking about the greatest of all time,
Mm-hmm.
and we're looking at different areas in life, different categories. Because I think this conversation is sort of it creeps up in almost every sphere. I know, especially in Ghana music, the greatest dancehall artist of all time is one that goes it sends blood boiling. The SM fans and the Stone Boy fans
Beam
and Beam
Nations.
Nation, SM Nation. You talk about soccer, you have Messi, Ronaldo. You talk about
Yeah.
basketball. You talk about there's so many areas people want to know who was the greatest to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to pick your brain on a few things, especially in like music, in
Mm-hmm.
entertainment, on the Ghanaian scene, on the African scene, on the world scene, right? And
Yeah.
as a DJ, you should know a lot about Ghana music, international music, and so you should have a lot more informed, GOAT
I
conversations.
think I do.
Do
I
you?
do. I
Are you
do.
sure? So should I ask
Yeah.
you who is the greatest of all time in, say, South African music?
That will be hard, but I have someone from there. Nasty C will be my man from South Africa.
Greatest of all time.
Not greatest, but my
Uh-huh.
man from South Africa will be
Uh-huh.
Nasty C.
Forgetting
Yeah,
Lucky Dube.
that's hard.
Now, this is why the conversation is going to be fun, and this is why I'm excited about today's conversation. I don't only want to know if you're was greatest of all times. I'm going to be sharing mine, but I want to know your greatest of all time.
Hmm.
So if you're tuning in, just jump into the comment section. Tell us the category you think you know who has done it the best, and let us know. From athletics to entertainment to literature to leadership, whatever it is that you think someone did it and did such a great job that they are the greatest to ever do it, and let us know. Let us know in the comment section. Engineer Asamoah is here. Asamoah, I hope you're doing well. And okay, but why don't we make this exciting?
Hmm.
The person who is able to tell us the greatest of all time in a sphere, and sometime in the show, we'll definitely put them up for a vote and get the most votes gets another Kasa t-shirt. At this
You
point,
can do that. You can do that.
look, have you seen the Kasa mags?
No, I
Next week, I'm going
haven't.
to bring the Kasa mag on. I don't have mine here, We're going to give out the Kasa mugs next week. The Kasa mugs are like the dopest mugs in the world. But
I
today
saw
we're
a
going to give
picture
away a
of
free
it.
t-shirt to whoever tells us the greatest of all time. So if let's get into the conversation. I want to start with, let's start from home. Let's start from Ghana music.
Let's start from home.
Let's
Yeah.
start from home. Ghana music. There have been a lot of great musicians who have come
Yeah.
into come from the country. Some worldwide award-winning
Yeah.
musicians. I know this is going to be hard to make you pick from like the whole host of Guinean. So we'll do the oldies and then the youngies, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We should
any
do
of the
that.
musicians who came from like the 2000s, would call them the youngies, right? And so let's start with the oldies. In the oldies, do you have a greatest of all time?
I can't pick one person. That would be hard. That's really putting me on the spot. But then I didn't listen to a lot of oldies, right? So I
Mhm.
have like Amachi Dede, Daddy
Okay.
Lumba, and
Okay.
Kujenchi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Three
those are like
very
my top three when it comes to the oldies.
okay. Amachi Dede, yeah, obviously. Daddy Lumba and Kwejoenchi. So do you know, because you're going to struggle, I know some of the categories are going to be very difficult and they're going to be very challenging. We're going to play a game where if you can't point the greatest of all time, you can at least do a Mount Rushmore. A Mount Rushmore gives you the opportunity to put 4 people who you think dominated the industry, dominated the category, right? And so a Mount Rushmore would have 4 faces. So if you had to build a Mount Rushmore of Ghana music, engineer Samoa says Amachi Dede would be his greatest musician of all time. And listen,
that is debatable though. That is very debatable. Even though he was good, I think there are people that actually match his catalog. Like if you look at Daddy Lumba like this, and you can't really say he did something exceptional that no one did. You know, that
Amachi
is when
Dede.
he is. Amachi Dede has
he
songs,
did.
but Daddy Lumba also has songs.
It's not just songs. So Amachi Dede, especially in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, even up until like the early 2000s, was a real crowd puller. He did Euro tours before people thought about Euro tours. He was touring America. Like he was big in the diaspora. Like he was the first stadium filler, like real Ghanaian. He packs the house, right? I think he had that thing where people love to listen to him sing live, and he had great music. And one thing I feel about him as a personal sentiment towards him, his music is ageless. Just like Kwejoenchi, Daddy Lumba has some songs that are like dated. But Amachi Dede's songs, even though they are like very old, they don't ever date. They don't ever age.
They do. I
Really?
mean, I'm not saying he's not good. He's very good. But I think we have people that has this kind of music, you know. He didn't do anything
extraordinary.
Yeah, like he did a lot, but then that Lumba did a lot. Kojinchi did a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So then when it comes there, it's so hard for him to stand out.
Okay, so then let's do the Mount Rushmore. So you have 3: Kwejoenchi, Daddy Lumba, Amachi Dede. I won't argue any of them. I won't take any of them off. Who would be the last person you add?
The oldies, I didn't really listen to them. That would be all for me. That would be all for me when it comes to the oldies.
So if I'm going to add anyone to the oldies, I would add Dosibisa. Just because of their worldwide acclaim.
Yes.
And their compositions were like ridiculously good.
Yes.
Even today, if you're writing songs like that, like that Welcome Home. Like We're Going. All those wonderful songs.
I know from him. Welcome Home.
Absolutely. And so, guys, if you're just joining the conversation, I know the class captain just joined. I know Dachenhe just joined. Guys, class captain, can you please start taking the role? Because since you don't show up on time, the role is not taken. Start taking role. Let's see who is in class today. But today we're talking about the greatest of all time. We're talking entertainment and sports, right? We're starting with Ghana music. And if Yaya just showed us her Mount Rushmore of Ghanaian musicians, she put Amachi Dede, Daddy Lumba, and Kwejoenchi. And then I just tossed Dosibisa in there just so that we get 4 faces on the mountain. And Engineer Samuel, like I said Amachi Dede would be his greatest, which I can't even disagree with you. Dachehne Ebusia, I salute. Dachehne, we salute you. I hope you're doing
right
well.
back.
Class captain, I am not late today. Yes, you're not. Class captain mentioned the name. Ufurian Ponsa. If you're
Ooh,
does
you know,
he level up though? Does he level up?
like, oh god, now I'm confused. Look, Ofurimbasa is good, but I won't put him up there.
I think he's Daddy Lumba light, in my opinion.
No, he's not that Lumba's.
No, I'm not saying he's just Daddy Lumba light. Like you have Mela and you have Mela light, like you have Cause and you have Cause light. He's just Daddy Lumba light, like a more younger version, but I don't think he hit the heights that the Lumba hits. But Ofurian Pansa is definitely one of the greats.
Yeah,
but I don't think he can make a claim for the greatest of all time. But
no,
if let's go to the young guns. Let's go to the young guns. I think this is where a lot of people would have an agreement with you. From the 2000s till date, who do you think would be the top musicians in Ghana?
Well, this is undisputed. We can argue it out.
Okay.
We can only say there are people that are matching up to his standard.
Okay.
That will be Sarkodie.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know some money no problem.
You know the money no be problem. Yeah. That
he is
the
greatest youngin of all time.
Yes.
Okay.
No two ways about that. That. He's worked hard. He stayed relevant for a long time.
Absolutely.
He has the music. He used to release music, do features. Every time you're hearing something about Sarkodie, and it was like, you can't get him off your mind. You can't have a good show and not play Sarkodie. You can be. I think almost everyone has a Sarkodie feature. Like has a song with Sarkodie. Most people. If you're good, yes.
Most of the good people.
Yeah, most of the good people. Let's put it that way. So Sarkodie is like, he did it. He's done it. He is more like the standard when it comes to the youngins.
I know a couple of people would.
But there's this guy, right? Before I go into the rest of them. I don't know where to put Kwabna and Samini. Samini is before 2000, but it's not as old as Machi Dede and what's the name? Kujinchi. Samini is like 97, 98. Right? Yeah. And he has good music too. I don't know where to put him. I don't know. We have to do the mid.
Christine just chipped in with the Sarkodie with the hands raised. I think the sack is undisputed, and I'm not even going to. But Song also came in with the Samini argument. He would say Samini. I think if it comes to winning elections in Gimpa, Samini is probably the greatest of all time. But jokes aside, I agree with you. I don't know about Kwabna again, and it's probably going to be my pushback for most of the people in the music industry. Kwabna, as great as he is, only has a handful of music. He stayed relevant for a very short period of time. He had great songs. He still has great songs. You play them today and they're still bangers. But I don't think he worked hard. Like, he didn't put out so much. Right? He gave us quality, but
yes.
Every
if you come from the argument of he didn't put out a lot of music, then it becomes like it's really hard because people put out a lot of music that are not that good.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, but this is where putting out material then becomes a problem for the people who don't. For every good Kwabna song you get, for every one of them, would get 10 equally good Sarkodie songs for every one banger. And that's where you get outmatched. That's where you get outclassed. If you're great and you put out dope stuff, but people are putting in great stuff for a long period internationally, working with artists from all over the continent, all over the world, they are bound to push out way more stuff. I don't know if you're getting my
the quantity.
It matters,
doesn't it? It does when we're talking, but when you're talking about quality, right? If you're putting out a lot of content out there and the
Mhm.
quality is good. Yes. But somebody like Shatta, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But if
Don't
you're a
come at
Shatta
SM.
fan,
Don't come at SM. Don't come at
I
SM.
have to come at you guys.
Okay.
This guy has
Okay.
um uh, 200 songs in a
Mhm.
year. Is it 200?
Mhm.
Almost a
He puts out
song.
a lot of songs.
Like
Uh,
in
uh,
a month, he has like 7 songs, and they are
mhm.
most of them are garbage. You
True.
know,
True.
so it's hard when we
But
talk
when
about
it
the
comes to the
quantity.
SM Nation and Beam Nation argument, again, this
Mhm.
is where, please, Beam Nation fans, don't come at
We'll
me.
come at you.
Don't come at me.
We will
But
come
my
at
thing is,
you.
yes, Stonebwoy is a better songwriter. In my opinion, he's a better musician. He
Mhm.
writes well, he sings
Better
well.
performer.
I think
Yes.
he is a better performer. But he doesn't put out as much stuff as
That is my
Shatta would.
pushback.
No,
That is
so
my
my thing is,
pushback.
no, if let me see if I can convince you. I'm not saying, all in all, I really don't think Beam SM beats Beam. But if you keep putting out material, if you keep
Mhm.
putting out music, at the end of your career, if we can find a body of like 70 good tracks, we can't underestimate you. We can't
Bull under
underrate you.
now we would be working with just the 7, because with Samini's catalog, I can count. I would have a handful of good music. Like I can count them.
Samini was good. And I'm
Not
not going to
Samini, I mean Shatawale, not
Shatta.
Samini. Oh my god.
I mean, I would stay away from that fight. I'll leave the Beam Nation and SM Nation people to do that. But I think quantity helps too. If you have great quality, like if you're a student who would score 90 and 100 in 2 exams, but only take 2 exams, and someone scores 70 in 100 exams, I would take the 70 over 100 exams than your 100 in 2 exams. That's me. And it's not supposed to be the same.
Quantity over quality here, could you?
Yes, in some cases, especially if you're a musician. I mean, and that's why I like Davido, and we'll go into the international scene. But that's why I like people who work hard, like Davido and Wizkid. They put out so much material that at the end of the day, they're like a DJ Khaled.
Those people don't put out garbage, right?
I'm not saying they do, but it might not be 100 like the people are looking for.
But we are talking about people. Even Shatabale is not even average. Most of the songs he brings is not even average.
I'm not trying to get my show in trouble. I will leave this. Listen, Shatta is one musician that's very difficult to touch.
No, I look, the guy is an entertainer. If you go for his show, there's no dull moments. Like you will not be sitting there on your phone. He's going to make you laugh, enjoy the show. But he's not someone that, no, like you listen to his music.
Again, I'm going to run away from the SM conversation. Let me dive into the chat, and so that I don't get any trouble. I don't want trouble. Samini is no more relevant. That's what Engineer Samwa thinks. Song is saying Kwabna is good, but he doesn't do more. He's just like Kofi Kinata. He doesn't do more songs, but if he drops, it's dope. Absolutely. And I think with Kofi, if he does this, his career can be very long. Kofi can stay relevant for the next like 30 years, right? I think he has a long way to go. But yeah, you have to be putting out music. Kobe is saying, SM fans, gather here. If we are here. Well, the SM people are coming for you. I'll let Kobe and the SM people in the chat take care of Afia and Kwadwo, because Afia and Kwadwo is really treading on very tenuous ground. SM fans are not people I want to piss off, to be honest. I want the SM fans to. If you're an SM fan,
all the time in the world for them.
Listen, if you're an SM fan and you haven't done that yet, just hit the like and subscribe button. Go on the Instagram, find the Kasa profile, like it on there, and go look for Afia Kwadwo's picture on the Instagram, and then let her know your mind under the comment. Like in the comment section, just go tell her in there. That's what I want people to do. Like SM fans, go for her in the comment section of her Instagram post. Yeah, beam all the way. Looks like there are a lot of beam people in here, so they might also defend you. Obrafo and Sarkodie. Yeah, we did not mention Obrafo.
Obrafo, no good. I think I'll put him up there too.
Okay.
Obrafo is the man. Like, Oh god, how did I forget Obrafo? That era, Hamas people,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
um, what their
Kwade,
name?
um, Obrafo, Edem.
Obrafo,
I
Edem,
don't know what they were called.
Kalkes. Yeah, they had a name. Hammer. Last two.
Last two
Yeah,
productions. I
last
think they were
two.
they were pretty decent. Song is saying Shatta has a lot of good songs, especially when he was coming up.
No,
Enter the
not
Net
now.
was a jam then. Mahama Paper. Shatta has become irrelevant from like 2019, absolutely, when he decided to be more. I don't know. Now I don't even know if he's a musician anymore. He's become something else. Bim 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 all the way. Aram, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, Aram. Aram said bandana. No, 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 no. Bandana from Ghana. It looks like bandana is becoming less relevant by the day, but
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I would not even go into that beam. I don't think they're close to being the greatest of all time. Maybe when they get close enough, they might be relevant. For Ghana music, I think in the youngies, I mean, Obrafo is great, but he's nowhere near. He can hold a candle next to um 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 Sarkodie. Sarkodie is like a whole country mile ahead of them all in terms of the quantity of the stuff is produced, the quality of the
Oh
stuff,
well, then
the
if you talk about
awards and all that.
quantity, if you talk about quantity, yes,
No,
and then
quantity,
that is where I
quality.
have a problem, right? Because
Mhm.
now everyone wants to just put out content without really paying attention to the quality of music you're putting out, right?
Mhm.
It's just like, oh, let's just put it out there. Let's just people just make they don't I feel like people now don't make music for the soul. Even me as a
Music
as
for
a
the soul.
as a Stone Boy
Mhm.
fan, now I feel he makes he's improved,
Mhm.
but most of his music are for like commercial purposes.
Absolutely.
Music that you can play in it,
Mhm.
just regular music.
Mhm.
He doesn't sit and write music anymore. Like that
True.
is how it has become. Now everyone wants to just put out content. And if you're going that way, are we not losing something like quality music, good
Hmm.
composition,
Hmm.
good, all those things? We have to factor them in. Now
Mhm.
it's becoming, it's like,
The next TikTok thing. The next.
yeah, now it's either you do it as a business or you do it as, a passion just because you enjoy doing it. And now that is where people are not becoming relevant anymore. If they
Mhm.
do it just like their passion,
Mhm.
then it's like, okay, you're not doing enough. Like
Mhm.
you say, oh, you don't have enough, you don't work hard. But the person writes it when they feel like they need to, not because
Hmm.
it's like the business aspect of it.
Interesting.
And that is one thing that has to do with music. It's
Mhm.
like
I
if you
I
commercialize it, it just loses
mhm.
that thing attached to it. I don't
Hmm.
know.
There are questions dropping in there I would like to hear your thought on. But let's see. Engineer Samwa is saying, how many international nominations or recognitions does Shatta make? All tracks on Stonebwoy's Epistle of
Oh
Mama
my
was a
god.
hit. His recent album, Angloga Junction, was a masterpiece. I
That
couldn't.
is debatable. No.
Angloga Junction was a
Episodes of
masterpiece.
Mama over Angloga Junction.
Okay. I'm not going to compare the albums of
The
the,
same
but
person.
it was good. All the tracks were wild international recognitions, and he did so many wild collabos on there. The one with Davido, with Kerry Hilson, he really did good. Now I
He
have a last
did.
question, and then we'll go international, and then we'll go very international. But if you're what
Mhm.
in a very short way, what makes good music? The artist, the beat, or the lyrics? To you, what makes good music?
To me, it has to do with the composition of the music, the
Hmm.
lyrics,
Hmm.
um, the beat, of course, the
Okay.
rhythm.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, mainly the composition of the music, the art, the art of it, the
Hmm.
art, how creative it comes out. That
Hmm.
makes a great music.
Hmm.
One that is timeless, one that you listen to
Mhm.
it and you listen to it all the,
Mhm.
it's something you can go back and listen to all the time, and it's not like, okay, I'm tired of it. You know,
Okay.
Yeah, but I think now we have just a handful of people that make great music, like music that you can listen and listen to over and over again.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. So I hope Christine got her answer. I'm
I
going to
hope
read
so.
Asamoah Engineer Asamoah saying your worth as a musician is not only based on the quality of your songs, but also how many people you touch with your craft internationally. I couldn't agree more. How much of an impact you're making, how much of a change you're bringing to the
I
industry.
can, I can,
I
I
think.
can. I have a pushback, right? So if you're looking at music as a business, then
Mhm,
yes, you have to touch a lot of people. There's this lady called, what's her name? Sia. You know
mhm,
Sia.
mhm,
She writes great music.
mhm.
And she said it one time in an no, it wasn't an interview. I think it was an interview. Yeah. She was like, she doesn't make music for the purpose of, she makes it for the people that wants to see. And those that know see her.
Mhm,
She writes music for Beyonce, for
mhm,
Rihanna.
mhm,
She's there, but
mhm.
she's not looking at the international the awards, because now everyone is focused on the awards
Well,
and how popular the music gets. And after 2 months, the music is like, oh, we're tired of it. You know,
I don't know if that is the spirit of what Engineer Samuel is saying here. The quality of your song and
hmm
how much you touch people internationally. And
hmm
I think that's one thing about music that I personally adore.
hmm
Music transcends culture, language, and all those things, right?
definitely.
I've had so many songs I enjoy. I don't understand a word in there, but it's great music.
hmm
And so when you put out good stuff, like there's songs you hear and you know it's just going to do so well, right? It touches people internationally. The craft is able to sell. I mean, BTS has won the world's heart. I mean, Buga is doing massive.
Massive,
Kweku the
yeah.
Traveler. There's songs that are doing internationally very well. I mean, it might not have been written for the international consumers,
Yeah.
but if it's so good, there's some musicians that are just, it's just there. It's like that. It's like Thames, right? I don't have to understand anything she's singing, but it does something. Her music does
Yeah.
something, right? And so I agree that these days, to stand out, your craft should be able to transcend borders, right? But now let's transcend borders with the conversation. Let's look at Africa in general. And in Africa, we're going to probably, like, who do you think
In
musicians
Africa or in
in
the world?
Africa? In Africa, we're going to stick with Africa.
Okay, in Africa, I can't go without mentioning Nasty C.
Okay, so
I
you're
don't
going
know
to
if
do a
you
Mount
guys do.
Rushmore, or you're going to mention an all-out greatest of all time.
Yeah, I can't do greatest of all time.
Okay, so you're going to do a Mount Rushmore. So
Yeah,
you have four
yes.
slots. If you're a boy, you have four slots.
Definitely Whiskey in there because I'm a
Okay, so
Whiskey FC.
Wizkid.
And
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now you see, it's more difficult than you think.
Oh my god, I can leave MI. I can leave MI a bagger. Oh
Okay, so
how?
you have Wizkid, you have Emma, you have Nasty C. You have only one slot left for musicians on the continent.
Oh
If you're a boy,
no.
you're dead.
You know,
You're dead.
I know you're Davido FC, but I'm not mentioning Davido, please.
That's fine. You still have one person
Uh,
left.
this lady that won the Grammy, what's her name? Angelique Kudjo. Should be
Okay.
there too. Yeah.
Okay.
That woman's
Okay.
vocal is
So you have four.
yeah. Yeah. I think
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
you emotionally come from my head.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Berna. Berna is good, right?
Mhm.
But then he started getting relevant
Mhm.
like 2018 upwards or 2017 upwards. So
Hmm.
I can't put in my head of Wizkid. No. When Wizkid? Wizkid's first track, where was Berna? Let me see Wizkid's first track.
Hmm. Hmm. Hey. Ay,
Uh,
ay, ay. This
no, it's not
woman.
the baddest boy. What's the name? Oh,
Holla at your boy.
Holla at
I
your
got
boy.
my
When he's
swag.
leaving, I mean, where was Benna? Where was Benna boy?
Your Mount Rushmore of African musician has
Oh
Angelina
my
Kwadwo.
God.
Relax. Exactly. You are not thinking P Square. You are not
Oh
thinking
my
Two
God.
Face. You are not thinking Benna. You didn't think
No.
of
I'm
Diamond
gonna take.
Platinum.
Look,
You didn't think of.
could
You didn't think of Sarkodie.
Let's do no. I mean, we are done with soccer. Let's do this
Yeah,
again.
but
Let's do the oldies and the new school.
we're not
right?
doing oldies and youngins, young woman.
Because
We have
P
so
Square has
many
to be
other
there.
categories to get to. And you sat here and you said Westkid, Angelina Kwadwo. What was the
That one
other
is
one?
good. That
Nasty
one is
C,
good.
and who? M.I. Abaga. M.I.
M.I.
Abaga released two albums,
Ah.
two individual albums.
But
How
they're
can he be the greatest of all time?
Yeah, great.
No,
Not
no.
greatest of all time.
We're
no,
talking about the
no.
greatest of all time, and you're mentioning M.I. I mean, he's good, but he's not even top 5 rappers in Africa. In terms of the quality of the stuff
you
he put out and the
sure?
quantity.
Are
You
you
can't
sure?
become the top 5 rapper in Africa with 2 albums. No.
Kucho, that is my problem. If those 2 albums are 10 out of 10.
No. If you're good, longevity matters. Doing it over a long, having a career. I don't think M.I. can consider himself to have had a career in Nigerian music. He was a flash in the pan.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was a flash in the pan.
I hope
after Chalk City went down.
I hope you don't mention Davido.
No. To be honest, after Chalk City went down, his career just spiraled. I love M.I. I think he did some great work.
Mm-hmm.
M.I. too had great songs, but I don't think he can sniff the cuffs of P Square. He's nowhere near.
Obviously, yeah. P Square will be there before M.I. Kwadwo, I get it.
Even in Nigeria,
don't slander M.I. for me, please.
No, I'm not slandering him, but we need more. And Kobe is yelling Benna Boy in the comments, and Song gave us a list: P Square, Two Face, Diamond Platinum, and Benna. Song, I think you made a very wonderful list. I agree with most of the names on there. Now let's see. I'm going to give you an easy one. Let's go international. Let's go global. I'm going to let you do a Mount Rushmore of all genres of music. Listen, this is hard.
All genre is hard. Let's just do rap. Let's just do rap.
Okay, let me hear your rap. Mount Rushmore or greatest of all time if you have one.
In no particular order. Let me make this disclaimer. In no particular order.
Let me put you on so that everybody will see your face while you say this.
So I'll go with Kanye, of course. Eminem, of course. I'll go with Lil Wayne, of course. I'm going with Jay-Z, of course. Yeah, Jay-Z. And
young woman, that's it. You have only 4. You can't add more. You can't add more. It's Mount Rushmore. You only have 4 faces. So think about it carefully and then come back again. If you still want to stick with this.
This would be hard. But who am I taking down?
1, 2, 3, and to the 4.
I think that is.
While you think about your greatest, Ekiala B reminded us. Oh, and we forgot to say, AOI is looking sweet as always. Ifya has always been looking sweet that I even forget to mention it. But Ifya, you're looking amazing.
You're lying.
And for those
you
of you
didn't mention it, and you shouldn't take credit for it. Ekiala B, thank you.
Yes, Ekia mentioned it. But those of you who are listening to the podcast, please hop on the YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button, and then watch today's episode. I mean, we appreciate you listening on Spotify, on Anchor, on Apple, wherever you get your podcast. But once a while, you should just check in and watch the video podcast. I think you might enjoy it too. But yeah, Ifya Boy is looking amazing, and she's going to continue her Mount Rushmore of rappers. Ifya Boy, let's hear it.
Of rappers? I just did rappers.
Hey, who are the 4? Mention them again.
Okay, so obviously Kanye.
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Eminem.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay. That's it. That's four.
Um,
If I'm not going to let you sneak one, okay, who would be the other one? If you had to add one.
yeah, if I had to add one, I don't know if I should go with Drake.
If well, leave it at four, okay? Mentioning Jay-Z and Drake in the same, Eminem and Drake in the same
Drake,
category.
I don't know. I can
Let's
put him as a rapper because sometimes he
no.
sings, but then he's good. He's really good. The guy is good.
I think your Mount Rushmore was good. I agree with you. When it comes to rappers, I think in an order, I'm not going to be cowardice. Right? Jay is number one, right? Eminem is number two. Lil Wayne is number three. Kanye is number four, and that's my Mount Rushmore. But there are some names that are being dropped. Kanye is number four. He's even lucky he made it, because honestly, Uncle Snoop was.
I'm not putting Snoop in
just one roll away from getting it. But songs suggested J. Cole and Kendrick. I agree, J. Cole and Kendrick are great.
Oh damn!
But man, when it comes to,
I don't know who to take out from the four and put
exactly
J.
When it comes to those,
Cole.
I can't touch any of them. I can't touch Jay because he has more dope albums than dope songs J. Cole has. So at this point, I don't even think it's a close match, right? And so I think I agree with that. Okay, so what about the others? So forget the rappers, all other genres of music.
All other genres, I'll put Beyonce.
Okay, absolutely.
I'm putting. No, I don't know if Rihanna is a musician since 2000 since 2017 or 2018.
She's Mount Rushmore of music. You're wondering about Rihanna's position.
Yeah, of course. Rihanna has been a bad.
You finish. If
I'm not saying that word.
Yes, please.
I think Beyonce is up there. I'm gonna have weird people in there, and I'm very overprotective of the people I listen to. So you people should not judge me, please.
Anyway.
So that would be hard. Do you guys listen to Sia?
Are you asking everyone? Anyway,
you guys listen to Sia?
I'm sure everyone listens. And so is she going to be on there?
Sia should be on there.
Okay.
Because she's written most of the music you know about. Like she wrote it. I can hear you.
So at this point, we're just waiting for you to do that.
Okay. Oh god! Look, I'm gonna put Beyonce there. I can. The rest of them can follow later. I don't know.
AY. Let's see if these people can make your list. Okay. These are the people who are on my list. All genres, all time. Michael Jackson is an untouchable on the Mount Rushmore of musicians. He is the king of pop, the best to ever do it. I have Beyonce on there. She's the queen. She's the best to ever do it.
Okay.
I have Usher on there because I think for what he does, he is the best at what he does. He has the vocals of, I don't know. I don't think anybody comes close.
Okay.
And then this is the controversial one, number 4. Number 4 is my most controversial person to make it onto the Mount Rushmore. But I will
Nikki?
put no.
Who?
Dolly Parton.
Oh,
I think for country music, she's not the greatest country musician, but she's the queen of country music.
Yeah.
And I think country music is a great genre, and I think it has to get some. And I can't bring a Blake or, I mean, they're great. But yeah, so Dolly, Michael, Beyonce, and Usher. And Usher just because, man, even his freestyles, when he's walking in the street and he does something, I think it can be a ringtone. So that's my Mount Rushmore of all other genres.
I think I agree with you. I don't know how you sneaked in Usher there, but
yeah. if anybody had to go of the four, if anybody had to go, he's the one who is the most shaky.
Yeah.
But there's some names being dropped here: Tupac, Big, Jackson, Celine Dion.
Celine Dion will be there. Tupac, I don't know.
So for me, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, and who else? Probably one other. Some of the vocalists, I mean, there's
Do you
some very
consider
great
Adele up there?
Adele, maybe one day, not at the moment. She's not ahead of Michael. She's not ahead of Dolly Parton.
No,
she's not ahead of
not
Beyonce.
ahead of them. But do you consider her doing something good? Like she's
great.
She's
great. She's great.
Great at what she does.
She's a couple of Emmys and Grammys away. A couple of Grammys away. I mean, you can't match 20 something. The 20s, when people get the 20s, it becomes a whole new day in a whole new era of, But yeah, Jackson, yeah, Celine Dion, I agree she should be close. I think if Usher falls, yeah, he might fall to Celine Dion. But for me, Usher does other things too, the dancing and other things. He's an all-round entertainer. So you forgot Bob Marley. Yes, he deserves a mention. He deserves a mention. But I don't know if he gets onto my Mount Rushmore.
That's the thing about music, right? There are different parts of it. There's the reggae, different genres that it's hard to really that's so hard.
Because it's too hard, and I think Prime also agrees with the Bob Marley. And Prime, I have something later in the show for you, so please stick around.
Where have you been, Prime?
If your boy is asking Prime where he has been, unfortunately, Prime cannot answer on here.
Prime,
so I would let him get in the comment section. Yeah, Prime, you have definitely been missed, and you have to be on the show. We're gonna bring you back on the show because we have something we need to pick your brain on. But if you're what? Jumping away from the controversial music, because music has taken a long time. I wanted us to do movies and all of that. That is going to also take a very long time. I want to get straight to the sports because I'm excited. I'm having butterflies all over. I want to know some of your greatest to ever do sports. I think.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Prime answered. Gosh. I'm here, love. So yeah. Prime, is that for me or for Ifeanyi? Let's
of course not for you. He doesn't love you. Hey,
Ifeanyi, that was vicious. If it is dancing, the Slim Buster makes my list to song. I get it. I mean, if I'm going to put Usher in because he can dance, but yeah, no, Usher can sing too. I don't think Slim Buster ever sang. I don't think he ever sang. But yes, Prime replied that he's here, and we're going to definitely bring Prime one. If he said it's for both of us.
No way, Prime. Then I don't want the title. I don't want love. You can't put both of us in there.
Look at that. And yeah, we did forget Akon. He definitely.
Oh my god.
James Brown. I mean, I get the James Brown argument, but
guys,
not ahead of the King of Pop. Not ahead of the King of Pop. No, Beyonce, Michael are solid, right? The two others, I can definitely. Bob Marley can be in there somewhere because I mean, aside, he's just Bob is just timeless.
But is a
timeless
songwriter. I don't know where he gets his inspiration from, but.
Someone said Marvin Gaye is the greatest.
Prime, don't do this.
You
were my love 5 minutes ago.
You definitely need healing. Because if you don't think Marvin Gaye deserves to be there, you need some healing. But yeah, obviously, we need to move on. We need to move on because we can have a whole show on just the greatest of all time. I think we should do that. We should bring other people in. We can bring Prime in. We can bring a few other people in and we'll listen, we'll do genre after genre, and I think it would make for a great debate. But let's dive into some sports. I know you're a big soccer fan.
Yeah.
I know your love for Manchester United is unmatched.
Please,
it's
take that. Retake.
The way you love Manchester United.
What is that?
I don't think there's anyone on the planet who has more love in their hearts for Manchester United.
What is Manchester United?
The greatest club of all time.
It's a club?
In all the football and all the soccer you've watched, who do you think is the greatest of all time?
I don't think you should ask me this question.
If I'm not on the list, you can take me out. I know you think I'm the greatest of all time, but
you, oh gosh, my sweetheart Messi, of course.
Messi is the greatest footballer of all time.
Of all time.
Okay, I think this is going to be
debatable. I'm not.
This is going to be interesting, but what I want you to do is give me your top 10 soccer players of all time in descending order. So I know Messi will be number 1, but now let's do the list downward.
In descending order.
Yeah. Now this is going to be a trick, and guys, I deliberately switched this up on her. I know she's not ready. She's already ready to make all the arguments for Messi, and I'm not even going to argue with that. I agree with you.
I know for Messi we are not arguing.
Lionel Messi is the greatest soccer player of all time. I agree with you, but I want to know the top 10 greatest soccer players of all time for you.
Top 10. Well, you guys shouldn't come for me because I didn't start watching football until.
Please, if you're in the comment section, get your pens ready. Get your keyboards out. Now we're going to rip into a Kwadwo for real.
I'll be Barcelona biased because I watch them the most.
Okay.
So most of the people I'll mention are either from Barcelona or La Liga.
Okay.
I didn't watch a lot of Premier League, but I know some names in there that I might consider mentioning, but so in no particular order, of course, after we take the greatest of all time out, the rest of them can decide which position they take.
Okay.
But yes, I cannot take out Xavi Iniesta.
Okay.
I cannot take
You're
Xavi
making it sound
one.
like it's one person.
I know Xavi.
Okay, Xavi.
One.
So your top 10 has Xavi in there.
It has Iniesta in there.
Iniesta is in there.
It has Ramos in there.
Sergio Ramos, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Real Madrid. He's a defender, right? Yeah. And it has, of course, Ronaldinho.
Okay, Ronaldinho. Okay.
Ronaldinho should make my list, of course.
Now you have 6 slots left.
Gosh. Busquets should make my list.
Sergio Busquets.
Yes, he's going to make my list. He's going to make my list.
So you have 5 slots left.
And Zidane.
Zinedine Zidane.
I watched him. I think that was the last time I watched him, right? When he was a World Cup.
Yeah, the 2006 World Cup.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, so Zidane in there.
So you have 4 more spaces left. With Messi, you only have 3 spaces left.
There's this guy. He plays for Madrid. Is it left back or
Marcelo?
right back? Marcelo. Yeah, Marcelo.
Hey.
I like that guy. I don't know if it's because of his hair, but I like him.
Afia's list keeps getting disappointing. Okay, Ramos makes it. Marcelo makes it because he has nice hair. Why not?
No, okay, no. We can take Marcelo out. We can take Marcelo out.
Okay, you still have 3 slots.
And there's this guy. Honestly, I don't remember his name, but he played for Juventus. I watched him a couple of times, and I love him. He's very old.
Del Piero.
He stopped playing. He's retired now, right?
Del Piero was one legend. Cannavaro, I think of Pirlo. There are a couple of players in there.
I don't know where to put him. Was he a defender?
No. Okay, Cannavaro was a defender for Juve for some time.
There's this Juve player. I'll look for him. I'll look for his name.
Chiellini, Bonucci.
No, it's not Bonucci. It's not Bonucci. And then let me see if I remember any. Oh my God, I left some people from Premier League out. You know, we should do that.
No, we're doing you finish your list. At this point, guys, let me make this announcment. If you're here and you have
Ronaldo is not making my list, guys. If Messi is on my list,
let me finish.
Ronaldo is making my list. He's the 10th. He's the last.
Let me finish the announcement. Let me finish the announcement. If you're on here and you have a top 10 footballers of all time list, please drop it in the comment section. I'm going to go through them. Ethel, I saw your comment, right? And I'm going to quickly go through that and we'll address it. R. Kelly had some good music. Why isn't he on the list?
He did. But...
Don't let his recent situation push him back. Prime answered, R. Kelly's situation is something. And I think that is about as much of an answer as we can get.
Yeah.
It's as, it's something. We would rather not touch it with a 10-foot pole. So, Ethel, thanks for the comment, but it is dicey.
Very dicey.
If your list is killing people. If yes, list is.
I
yes.
made a disclaimer.
Yes.
You guys, listen. First of all, I'm a Barcelona fan.
Okay.
And I watch a lot of La Liga.
Okay.
Than I did watch. I started watching Premier League when I started supporting Pep City. So then I decided to start watching them. But you guys, let me just
you
say,
finish. You have two more names on the list. Let's finish it.
No,
and then
I cannot finish it because people are coming for my head.
Marcelo made it with his head. With his hair.
Oh,
I mean,
Beckham should make it. Beckham should make my list.
David Beckham makes your list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he makes my list. And United guys had history, but I didn't really watch you people, honestly. That's why I'm not mentioning. Well, Ronaldo will make my list, but after I'm done with the 10, he'll come there.
Okay. Are you done?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think...
One last person. Because you put
Beckham. God, I didn't even mention.
You put Beckham in there.
Wait, I didn't mention goalkeepers. Oh God. I mean, goalkeepers are not part, right?
Hey, I said your top 10 players of all time.
Oh,
I am so done with your list. Let me repeat your list to you. Messi is the greatest. I agree. You have Xavi, Iniesta, Sergio Ramos, Busquets. You have who? Marcelo. You have
oh God.
Who else do you have in there? You have who was the other one?
That's it. I'm not
no. You have
Zidane.
You had this Zidane. Yes.
Yeah, I had Zidane.
And you had Beckham and you had Ronaldinho. And so you have one more person.
I'm mentioning people that I watched.
I agree. No.
People I watched.
Yeah.
People that are mentioning some names that I've not even heard.
So let me go through the comments and let's see the list, the names people are dropping. So FL dropped Ronaldinho, which you mentioned, but you Song said Pele. Maradona, John Barnes, Messi, Ronaldo, Terry, Cristiano Ronaldo, Casillas, Zidane. Who is Rashford? I think it's in Ian Rush. I think he means Ian Rush. I'm going to think it's Ian Rush. Eric Cantona and David Beckham. Okay. Kaka was mentioned by FL. Beckham. Song said, I forgot Jed Muller, Johan Cruyff, Pirlo, Lampard and Oliver Kahn. You were able to make a list of the top 10 greatest footballers of all time. And it had Busquets in there. I mean, at that point...
these are people I watched.
I don't think Busquets is part of the top 20 players to ever play for Barcelona.
Oh, no.
For Barcelona.
The people I watched...
I know. No. I'm just saying for the club. But let's see. Karis Tilda is saying Ronaldo, Messi, Pele, Maradona, Zidane, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, and Kaka. That's an impressive list.
Ooh,
that is an impressive list.
Well, I'm sorry. There's this person. When you mentioned Kaka, there's this person. He has hair. He plays for Barcelona.
For those of you listening to the podcast, the biggest eye roll just happened. Afia just doesn't watch football. Afia, I'm sure Pogba is on your list of greatest players of all time because he has the spicy hair. If your hair has nothing to do with ability.
No, that's a description to know the person I'm talking about. He was a defender in Barcelona. He played for a long Is it Puyol?
Puyol?
Was he a defender? Was Puyol a defender?
Yes.
Did he have? He has hair, right?
He had hair. He had curly, bouncy hair. Okay, sure. Puyol makes the list.
Yeah.
Puyol I don't think if Puyol's mom was to make a list of the top 10 players of all time, I don't think Puyol would put himself in there, but sure.
For sure.
Song is saying, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Absolutely. For this list, I mean, where else can you get a list like this? Where else can you get a list of the greatest footballers of all time that starts with he has hair? He has hair. Like, imagine that. But
Look,
that is
did
Afia
you
for
guys
you.
get the description? Did you guys get the description? That was the
How
best
can
way.
you're being asked, how can you even select Marcelo?
Marcelo is not that bad. He actually helped Ronaldo be Ronaldo. I don't lie to you.
If you're what I like the fact that you said for the people you watched, but it's still very heartbreaking that for the people you watched, if your list is just cracking people up. I mean, he has hair. You know what? I was going to ask you for your basketball all time. But,
you should do the basketball.
No, I mean, when you started with he has hair, I'm like, if you don't go near the basketball. But I'm going to give you my basketball or top 10 of all time.
Okay.
And this is a list I would love to talk to Prime about because he loves his basketball. But this is my list. And guys, it's in order, right? This is who I think is the greatest. So number 10, I have Larry Bird as the 10th greatest basketball player of all time.
Who do you play for? What is he?
He played for Boston. Okay. He was at a point he and Magic Johnson dominated the league. It was Magic or Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Bird is number 10 for me. Shaquille O'Neal is number 9 for me.
Oh, okay.
Tim Duncan is number 8 for me. Magic Johnson is number 7 for me. And guys, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but today we lost. My number 6 is Bill Russell, and we lost Bill Russell today. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Sending my condolences to the family, but he is my 6th all-time greatest basketball player. Number 5 is Steph Curry.
Okay.
Steph Curry is my number 5 best of all time. Number 4 is Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Number 3 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
Number 2 is LeBron James. And my greatest basketball player of all time is Michael Jordan.
Oh, I'm glad you started with that. He's your best. We would have had a big argument, but yeah.
I think
I don't know who your number 3 is, but
Kareem, he currently leads the NBA all-time in points. He played for the Lakers for a long time. He was part of the Showtime team. He is probably, until recently, he was the greatest to ever do it. He is noted for the famous skyhook. And if you have some time, go on YouTube and just Google the skyhook.
Okay.
I think interesting. No Will Chamberlain on the list. Absolutely yes. Will Chamberlain did not make my list. Again, because I don't think he did enough. And yeah, Prime, I know this list would be contentious. Steph had to find a space on the list after he won the finals MVP and he won the NBA finals.
Wait, did Steph come before Kobe Bryant?
No. Steph is number 5. Kobe is number 4. Yes, Prime thinks Kobe is too high. Yes, I think Kobe is high. I think that is how highly I rank him. I think for what he did for the game, how he changed the game, for the kind of winner he was, I think Kobe is the 4th greatest of all time. Yeah, I know a lot of people would have issues, and my list can move around. I think there's some people, I think especially from
after number 2, the rest
that's 7, 8, 9. It can be moved around. The 7, 8, 9 can be moved around. But yeah, I think everything else is solid. And I think if Steph wins another title, for me, he is going to come all the way to number 3 if he wins another one.
Okay.
Because the things the guy has done is, yeah. Someone is asking, what about Lynn and Parker? I think they're great, but I don't think they make my top 20. I'm sorry, but I don't think Jeremy Lin and Parker would make my top 20. So those are my top 10 basketball players of all time.
And I think
after 2, it's a toss-up. Yeah, Prime. After 1 and 2, I think it is a toss-up.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson, probably like 20, top 20 maybe. I think Kevin Durant comes in. I think a few other names will come in. But yeah, Allen Iverson, yeah, top 20 solid. I don't think he's my top 10 of all time. But yeah.
I think after number 1 and 2, every other person there can be moved around.
Now, I'm going to ask you probably the toughest of all. Now we're looking at sports in its totality. across
Oh
all
God,
sports,
Kojo, don't do this to
across
me.
all disciplines. Do you have a greatest of all time, a greatest athlete, sports personality of all time?
That would be hard.
If your people need your NBA list, I'll give you a week to come up with the NBA list.
Oh Jesus
But she said
Christ!
she agrees
No,
with
no,
my
no, no, no,
list
no.
too.
But I just know number one. That would be Michael Jordan. Like the rest
Okay.
of them, yeah. What's his
Number
name?
2 is LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron
Yes.
James. The rest can just figure their way. The rest, I don't know.
Yeah. But your football
Yeah.
list was pretty impressive. I liked
No,
it.
again,
The hair.
disclaimer. The disclaimer
But
is that.
even for the people you watched, you did not put Neymar on the list.
Oh, gorgeous.
And Puyol brought his hair.
Oh,
Puyol had his hair. He was in there.
You know, I've not watched Neymar in a while. That is also
Okay.
a reason. Like I've
Listen.
not really watched him in a while, but Neymar should be there too.
If you're
Oh my God, how did I forget some people?
If you're
That's the
Prime,
thing. I didn't want to make it Barcelona centered because I could have mentioned all the first 11 for Barcelona that I watch consistently, but I didn't. I wanted to mix it around a bit and then mention some players. Oh, that guy, what's his name?
if we've moved on past your football list.
Yeah, but that arrogant guy, he's in AC Milan now.
We've moved Ibrahimovic. You really called him the arrogant guy?
I'm sorry, not arrogant. Like
the man is 40 and he just won a league championship.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way, like in a very sweet way.
Please have put some respect on his name.
Yeah, in a sweet way. Like he is, he walks the talk, so not arrogant.
But we're running out of time, and I really want to know. Prime has given you a great head start. He said Muhammad Ali is the greatest sports personality of all time. And Song said, I agree with Prime.
Ali
is up there.
Yeah.
And Ethel is saying, hey, well, in boxing is Ali. But yeah, if you're the greatest sports people. Okay. I would make it this way so that it's a lot easy. I have a list of 10. You can give your list of 10 and I'll give my list of 10 and we'll wrap up the show that way.
Okay, let me mention some people in no order, like people that I think are very, very, very good. So, I don't watch a lot of sports though, but we know in tennis, of course, Serena. We know, in boxing, Muhammad Ali. We know in in tennis, there's this guy too.
Djokovic?
No.
Federer?
Federer.
Nadal? Roger Federer?
Yes, I think that's the one.
Okay.
He should also be there. He's very good.
Okay.
And
we're talking of all sports, all time. So let's see.
Kojo, don't put me. You people don't come for my head.
We will come for your head. At this point, we'll come for your head.
Oh yeah.
So do your 10. Don't look at people's list. Now you're looking at people.
No, Michael Phelps should be there. Both.
Okay.
Oh God, Jesus.
Efia, show us your list.
Both.
Now
it's both married. It's both married.
Efia is now reading people's comments. Efia is just reading from the comment section. I'm going to put Song's comment there so that Efia would. So Song said, don't forget Bolt,
Song is just
Phelps,
helping me out.
Mo Farah, Maradona, Federer, and Tiger Woods. Efia, now mention your list.
Oh gosh, Tiger Woods is golf, right? Maradona, yes. I don't even know why Maradona is not in my top 10. Okay, yeah, it's because I didn't watch him. Yes, I didn't watch him. And did I make Bolt? Bolt is my sweetheart.
Okay.
He is. I don't know where to put him, but that guy is there. And Simone Biles should be there.
Okay.
People don't come for my head though. I'm just trying my best.
Let me help you. Maybe you'd steal some of these names.
Yeah.
So this is number 10 to number 1 again for me. Okay. And this is in order. This is who I think are the greatest of all time across all disciplines. Number 10 is Roger Federer.
The guy that I said is good?
Yes. Number 9 is Floyd Mayweather.
Yes,
undefeated champion. Number 8 for me is Muhammad Ali. Number 7 is Novak Djokovic. Number 6 is Lionel Messi. Number 5 is Usain Bolt, 9-time Olympic gold medalist.
Number 6 is Messi. Your list is
number
noted.
4. If you're boy, number 4 is Simone Biles. Number 3 is LeBron James. Number 2 is Michael Phelps, the greatest Olympian of all time, and my greatest athlete ever, the greatest sports personality I know, is Serena Williams. She transcends time, sports. She is the greatest athlete ever to walk this planet.
Kwadwo.
Yes, madam.
Your list, we are not taking your list.
Who do you take out of my list? Who would you kick off?
I'm not taking anyone out, but the arrangements. Messi is not number 6.
So all the people ahead of Messi, like Usain Bolt, did something that is mentally unimaginable. He's the fastest human being to ever live.
That is because he is an individual sport.
Yes,
Messi
and that's why everybody apart from
Messi
LeBron
has
James
done things beyond. At 24, he had 3-4 Ballon d'Ors that people would wish their entire career to just get close to.
So let me explain something. Everybody ahead of Messi, right, did an individual sport, and for me, team sports are great. But if you're lucky enough to be on a great team, it makes it even. And the only reason LeBron James is on here is because he stayed on top of the game for almost 15 years with 3 different clubs, right? Or 3 or 4 different teams, right?
Wait. Was Michael Jordan in your list top 10?
No.
LeBron James was your second.
Yes, third. LeBron was third. Because as an individual, Michael Jordan...
No, your top 10 basketball players, LeBron was second.
Relax. Michael had a great team. Michael won every final he was in. That's great. But as an individual athlete, LeBron did what is equivalent to going to the Champions League final for a decade straight.
No.
For a decade. Listen to me. LeBron played on 3 different teams and took every single one of those teams to the Champions League final.
You have to find a position for Michael Jordan.
LeBron did what is the equivalent of being in the FIFA 11 for 18 years straight. 18 years. He's always part of the top players in his sport. And that is why, for me, as an individual athlete, not as a team, not as a basketball player, LeBron is up there. He's my 3rd greatest athlete of all time, behind Michael Phelps and Serena Williams.
Your list is good. You have everyone there, but the arrangement is my problem. Oh, you don't have Michael Jordan there.
No,
that is also
Jordan,
a problem.
No, Jordan as an athlete, I don't know who he would beat on here as an individual.
As an individual, so you're putting everyone there. You're treating
Michael
them as
was.
an individual.
Michael, I'm treating all of them as individuals. Michael has been. He was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame twice. One as an individual and one as a member of the Dream Team, right? But Michael was lucky to play with. Like, he had a team that was so great that even their bench warmers were that good, and that's why he won all the championships, right? And that's why Prime mentioned Wilt. And I think the reason why people don't bring Wilt is, when you're on a good team, it elevates you as an individual. But LeBron James showed that it wasn't his team. It's like Messi going to the Champions League final with Barcelona. And people are like, okay, you're playing with Xavi and Iniesta and they're so good. So Messi leaves to Stoke and takes Stoke to the Champions League final and wins it. Then they're like, yeah, maybe you're just lucky. You just joined Stoke at a good time. Then he goes and takes Watford and then goes to the Champions League final for 20 years, dominates the game, stays on top. Like, at that point, he is beyond the team he is in. He's bigger than the club. And I think, so Michael Jordan...
So why did you put Jordan ahead of... Jordan ahead of LeBron James in your top 10?
In terms of basketball?
Yeah.
Because LeBron has 4 titles. LeBron won 1 shooting title. LeBron, as an individual, right, if you compare their individual achievements in the sport, LeBron would fall slightly short, right? Like he's won bronze medals with the national team when Michael only won gold. Because Michael was so good and the people around him he was playing with the Birds and the Magic, they were bound to win gold, right? And so yes, if you look at the things they won, 6 championships, that's great, right? 6 championships compared to 4. I mean, it's a big difference. And Michael did certain things like he never lost a final. LeBron has lost more finals than he's won, but he gets to the finals, right? He can pick me and you and take us to the NBA finals. That's how great he is. But Michael might not be able to.
No, when you say might not,
because he played on other teams and he never even made the playoffs. Like whenever he went to other teams, it was just garbage, right? He was on a good team. He did the 3-peat twice. He won 3 titles, retired, came back, won 3 titles. But when he left that team, so he was relevant for those 6 years. When he left that team, nobody remembered who he was. Right? He went to Washington.
Well, your list is very solid, except Messi for me.
And he won 10 scoring titles. That is ridiculous. 10 titles. LeBron has won 1 scoring title. And so when you see some of those things, right, he's in a good team, he's put in a position to succeed. But people are coming for me. Let me look in the comments.
They will come for you.
Okay, now let's see. Kwadwo, don't forget female athletes in your sports personalities. I did not. I think the greatest was on there. Kwadwo, you do all, but I will make some changes in your list. Absolutely. Yeah. My list can definitely be changed. I think these are the people, and I have various reasons for putting them on there. Some of the things are just, it's debatable. I mean, and that's why it's the list, right? It's very debatable. Michael was late. Michael, class captain, has warned you. Very late today. Song, please pardon him and mark him. Your punishment is that you have to hit the like button. Michael, I hope you've hit the like button, and your punishment is to send us a picture so that we can put it on the Instagram. Now, if for our regular listeners, we need to start putting up the pictures on the Kasa Instagram as the great listeners. So if you're here right now and you're watching the show, and you can, just take a picture of you watching the show right now and send it to us, and we'll definitely put it up on the Instagram. We want to grow the family. We want people to enjoy, and we want to see you enjoying the show. So if you can, just send us a picture of you watching the show, and we'll definitely put it up on our Instagram. Jordan was ahead of him.
Of his time as an individual.
Yes, he was ahead of his time as an individual. I agree. But when I'm comparing him as a sports man, Prime, one day, and again, I would love to have you on the show for us to have this conversation. If we were to create our ideal basketball player, I think we would both agree we'll create LeBron James and not Michael Jordan, even though Michael Jordan won a lot of stuff. LeBron is like the perfect human specimen for a basketball player. And he can do everything. He can shoot, he can guard, it's just something else. Dachehine, you have to take money from Mike. Yes, Dachehine, don't forget. Dachehine said that, butcher. I disagree with Kwadwo. I'm with Afia. That's what Prime is saying. Prime, we can always have another show and debate these lists for a long time. What about Brady? I think Brady's a great player. I think he is definitely close to the list, but if Mayweather is number 9, man, undefeated 40 times, it's hard. It's a very tough list. But yeah, I would love to hear anyone else's list. If you are here and you have a list of your top 10 sports personality of all time, please let us know it. I'd like to hear what people think. Okay, Michael, please hit the like button. Brady should be mentioned. I agree. There should be space in there, but the list is rough. The list is rough. Hamilton too. Lewis Hamilton, I don't know about Lewis Hamilton yet. I think he's great, but I think he might. Yes, he might. But top 10, Tiger Woods didn't make it. A lot of people who didn't make the top 10 because it's only top 10. There are only so 10, much you can fit in there, right? There's only so much. Flojo and all those others could not make it. But yeah, absolutely. I want to hear what you think. And if you're here or if you're listening to this or watching the playback, let me know. Go into the comment section. Let me know your top 10 greatest athletes of all time across all disciplines, right? I really want to know. I didn't even put the guy who is the world's eating contest. That guy, what's his name? I've forgotten his name. Hey, Chestnut, Joey Chestnut. He's won the world fastest eating competition for like several years straight. Yeah, it's a wonderful. But again, I'll go through my list again. If you're a West football list, had the guy with the hair. If yes list was all the hair people, Paul Pogba and all those. But
Pogba was not in my list, please.
My greatest basketball players of all time, 10-1, was Larry Bird, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. And my greatest sports personalities of all time, in descending order 10-1, is Federer. Yeah, maybe Federer can slip if Tom Brady is coming in, right? So I have Federer, I have Mayweather, I have Muhammad Ali, I have Novak Djokovic, I have Lionel Messi, I have Usain Bolt, I have Simone Biles, I have LeBron James, I have Michael Phelps, and my greatest sports personality of all time is Serena Williams. And guys, Cristiano Ronaldo could have made this list, and I thought about it until he decided he didn't want to play for Manchester United and no club wants him. And I thought about it. I'm like, the greatest of all time, probably some team somewhere would want to have him. But now we've seen Ronaldo on the shopping market and everybody is avoiding him like a plague. Today, he had 45 embarrassing minutes for Manchester United. And so, yes, Ronaldo did not make my list. Kwame, I know you're wondering.
Clear my throat.
If Ahmad is doing better than Ronaldo, I don't think he makes my list. I am peeved and I'm hurt by his actions, and he's no longer in my
wait. He's not making your list because he doesn't want to play Manchester United.
No, because no club wants him. It's not the one he doesn't want to play. But if he's that great, if Messi said he's not going to play for PSG right now, there are several teams that will line up to get him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If Messi decided today, I'm not playing for PSG, even Man U will go for Messi. Every top team would be wanting to sign him. But Ronaldo doesn't want to play and nobody wants him. And so, yes. That is my argument for taking him off.
I never thought he was a great player for me,
Yeah, he is good. He is probably
he's good, but I can't put him ahead of Messi. That's my own. He's not even there. He's not even there when.
And I don't think he has the hair. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the hair note, Efiasa is looking great. Efia is looking amazing, and for that reason, she's only put people with lovely hair in her top 10. But we've come to the end of our conversation on the greatest of all time. I hope this was your greatest Kasa episode of all time. We were talking about, in most spheres of life, the argument happens, the conversation happens. Fans get into who is the greatest of all time. Today, we looked at entertainment and sports.
Yeah.
We looked at music. We didn't touch on movies. Maybe we'll get some movie heads in here and we'll talk about the greatest actors of all times. Talk about the Samuel L. Jacksons, the Ejakos, the Santos, the Denzel Washingtons, the Nana McBrowns, the Jackie Appiahs, the Ajeti Anans of the world. One of these days we're going to have that conversation. But today, it's been the good conversation. It's been Kojo and Afia in the building, and we hope you enjoyed it. Song said he loved the show. We really hope everyone enjoyed it. You had a good time. We really appreciate your listening and your watching. Thank you for hitting that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it here at The Tribe. And like we say all the time, once again, from us here at The Tribe, it's...
Bye.